Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are going to write a program in which we are finding roots of a quadratic equation in C. So uh, let's get started with the video. So we have to first include the main file, which is stdio.h. so include stdio.h, and we have to insert one more file, which is include math.h. so the use of include math file is that it will implement some new mathematical functions like square root, exponents, and etc., because without that we can not use the square root function. So let's include hashtag include math.h. so the use of math.h file is that like if I write int main, my main file, and I write, let's say, int a is equal to sqrt of, let's say, 729, and I write printf percentage d and a, so it will basically print the square root of 729. So let's say, what's the answer? Just a second, I didn't include. Alright, so the square root of 729 is 27. So the use of this math file is that it will include all the mathematical functions like square root, exponents, and etc. So let's get back to the point. So basically the quadratic equation is of the type ax square plus bx plus c. So we will take the input of a, b, and c from the user, and after that we will write a program to find the roots of the equation. So let's get started. We will write printf. First we will declare the int a, printf, enter the value of a. So user will input the value of a, and then we will store it. Scanf percentage d and a. Similarly, we will include the value of b and c respectively. So int b, printf, enter the value of b, scanf percentage d. Just a second, I made a small mistake right there. Alright, scanf percentage d and b. So yeah, similarly we will take input of c also. So int c, and printf, enter the value of c, scanf percentage d and c. So we store the value of a, b and c in our system for the type ax square plus bx plus c. After that, we will check if the inputs satisfy the condition of the quadratic equation or not. Like if a is equal to 0, so the main condition of an equation to be a quadratic equation is that a should not be equal to 0. If a is equals to 0, then it will not be a quadratic equation. So if a is equals to 0, printf it's not a quadratic equation. So if a is equals to 0, it will not be a quadratic equation, else it will be a linear equation. And we will write else. So if a is equals to 0, code will be end here by writing it's not a quadratic equation, and if a is not equals to 0, code will run further. So else let's say we will so we will write int d is equals to b square, so b into b minus 4 into a into c. So this is my discriminant, which is b square minus 4ac. After calculating the discriminant, we will find the first root. So int d is equals to b square minus 4ac, and if d is greater than 0, which means discriminant is greater than 0, printf just a second, int root 1. So my root 1 is minus b. I'm writing here the main quadratic formula, which is minus b plus minus b plus minus, so I'm taking plus sign here. The root 2 will be of minus sign, so minus b plus plus minus under root b square, so sqrt of d, because d is equals to b square minus 4ac, and divided by 2 times a. So this is my first root, and int root 2 is basically the same with a minus sign, so it will be minus. All right, so we will write printf the roots are real and they are percentage d comma percentage d comma root 1 comma root 2. So the roots, because d is greater than 0, which means the roots are real and they are percentage d and percentage d. So root 1 will be this, root 2 will be this, and this roots, the value of these roots are printed here. Similarly, if d is equals to 0, we will write the same thing. The roots are equal here. The roots are equal, and we can remove the similar roots as it has only one root, percentage d and root 2. All right, and if d is less than 0, printf, without calculating the roots, we will not include the imaginary roots here. So the printf, the roots are imaginary. So if d is greater than 0, d is equals to 0, and this and this, and I will write return 0. All right, so let's run this code. I missed a semicolon right there. All right, so enter the value of a. So let's say a quadratic equation, I will write here. Let's say a quadratic equation has it will be x square plus x square minus let me think of a root of a quadratic equation. Let's say x square minus 7x plus 10. So the roots are 5 and 2. So I will write the value of a is 1. I'm sorry, the value of a is 1, the value of b is minus 7, and the value of c is 10. The roots will be 5 and 2. Where's the problem? The value of a is 1, the value of b is minus 7, the value of c is 10. The roots are real and they are 5 and 2. Let's say if I write a is equals to 0, b is let's say 4, c is let's say 8, so it will print it's not a quadratic equation. I'm sorry, I made a mistake right there. 4 and 8, enter. It's not a quadratic equation. Similarly, if you can check the 3 conditions right there. The main thing is it will not include the irrational roots. For irrational root, you can replace the int values with float, so it will include the root value. Keep in mind that it will calculate the root value too, so the answer will be in some weird values like 17.93 etc etc. So the code is quite long, but here is the program for finding the roots of a quadratic equation using C.